Great. Hello, everybody. My name is Noah Warder, and welcome to another Battlesnake developer interview series. I'm here with Niels Lukin, creator of Ravioli Snake and the 2019 Winter Classic Rookie Division champion. Thanks for joining me today, Niels. How you doing?
Fine. Thank you for having me.
All right. So the Winter Classic was your first Battlesnake tournament, right?
Yes.
Awesome. And you did really well. You came out as the Rookie Division champion. Can you tell us how did you find Battlesnake, and why did you decide to enter the tournament?
I heard from it from a roommate about 8 months ago. It is my first AI competition, but I had a university course which was similar, where we had to implement an intelligence for a board game called Ravioli. And I really liked it, and when I told him about it, he told me about Battlesnake, which is pretty similar, and I tried it and I got hooked.
Awesome. And so how did you get started? Like what was the first thing you started looking into when you were building out Ravioli, and did you make changes throughout the tournament, or did you just build it and see what happened?
When I first got Ravioli, I just wanted them to not walk into walls. And then I wanted them to not walk into other snakes. And then I just did all these very simple rules because I always wanted the snake to be understandable. I want to see it play and know why it plays that way, because that way, if it does something wrong, I can immediately see it. I knew about minimax and all these algorithms, but I didn't want my snake to look into the future, because then I can't really tell if it's playing wrong or right. So at the beginning, I just had a very defensive snake. There was nothing for killing in the first day of the tournament, where I placed second.
Mm-hmm.
For the second tournament, I added that if he sees a possibility to win, he does it. So it's basically just about killing the last snake. And for the third day, I just added a little points for killing other snakes if he's safe in all the other ways.
Cool.
But yeah, It's a really simple snake that I think most people could do.
Cool. Yeah. We find that like sometimes the simplest snakes do the best because they don't get overly complicated. You're not adding errors into your code because you're not trying to do anything too fancy. And a lot of the times we'll see that those simple, just well thought out snakes can do really, really well, especially in like the beginner and intermediate divisions. Once you start getting into the advanced division, people start doing some really, really more interesting things. So
I play against them in the arena sometimes, and they crush me every time.
Yeah, I mean, some of those people have been doing it for 4 or 5 years, so they've really refined their algorithms really well. But it'll be interesting to see what Ravioli does in the future. What do you think is something that, like, you said you took a course on AI at university, but has Battlesnake helped you expand on that at all, or has it helped you learn any new technologies, or did you try and sort of play it safe with what you already knew?
I don't think I used much new things because, as I told you, I wanted to keep the snake very simple.
Mm-hmm.
But even if those were not new concepts, it's always something different to know better than to actually do it.
Mm-hmm.
Battlesnake, at least my snake, is a pretty big project, the biggest one I've made so far. So doing it is an interesting experience. I also got some experience in interface because I made my own interface. So I'm able to draw a situation and play from it for debugging.
Cool.
So yeah, everything you do in programming, you train when you do Battlesnake.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. And what's your favorite part of Battlesnake? Like, what did you enjoy most about participating? Was it the programming? Was it watching the tournament? I'm sure winning is probably up there pretty high, but what was the favorite part?
There are so much great parts. Every time I do a change and it works, I'm happy. Every time I kill another snake. During the whole tournament, every time the casters mentioned Ravioli, I was so proud of my snake. And obviously, winning the tournament was the cherry on top.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, first time participant taking the whole championship. That's pretty awesome to see. What would you tell like a newcomer to Battlesnake to get them started and excited about it?
Just take a starter snake and make it not walk into walls. That takes like one afternoon if you know nothing about programming, and if you manage to do that, you will be able to do a lot of different things. Also, the community is really great, so if you need help, just go onto Slack and ask.
Cool, awesome. And yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to cover today. Thanks so much for joining us today, Niels, and we can't wait to see what the future holds for Ravioli, and hopefully we'll see you at the Victoria 2020 tournament as well.
Thank you for the awesome tournaments. Keep doing them.
We will. Thanks so much.